with. When you're good, it's not bragging. And elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome to Ames, Iowa, home of the Cyclones of Iowa State. As we'll see the national champions from last year, the Michigan Wolverines, taking on another team from the Big Ten, the Iowa State Cyclones. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. Just unloaded on that kickoff. Don't have to worry about a return on a kick like that. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Cyclones offense takes the field. This wide receiver matchup is one that we've been waiting to see. You have two guys on either side, Jesse, who are really going to make the secondaries nervous.
Oh, they should, because these guys can take the top off the defense. You've got two very dynamic individuals playing on each offense, and if I'm playing quarterback in this game for either team, I am going to take my shots and give my guy an opportunity, because both of these guys, David, have proven they can make circus-level catches.
I mean, when they're not open, they're open. I mean, they can make the dynamic catches, the contested catches. They have the speed. They are two of the best playmakers in all of the country. So whenever an offense has the football today, you're going to like the show.
Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30. This is where you make the money on the drive. Ball at the 30, it's 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Caught, close to the marker, it's Darnold. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. And the Cyclones come to the line with a fresh set of downs. It's a fumble. Sometimes the ball just bounces your way, and the offense very lucky to keep possession on that one. Well, they are breathing a sigh of relief after that recovered fumble. Here's the handoff. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. The Cyclones have this offense rolling. Coming out on first down with the play fake. And he drops it, just took his eye off of it at the last minute.
That QB catches the ball, throws the screen right now. Maybe have a little bit of space if he can get a block. And the receiver just absolutely drops it right on the money. Bad play. Listen, this is where I'm going to my receiver like, bro, it's all right. I got you. I believe in you. I'm going to feed you more opportunities now.
Well, he did a good job getting to the middle of the field. That's where the offense wanted to attack on that play. He's just got to do a better job looking that football in.
The 7th play of this opening drive will be a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds his big tight end. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down. And they decide to trot out the kicker. Everything will have to be clean from 55 yards away. And he's got it counted all the way to 55. Never in doubt.
Well, this team knew coming into tonight's game they had to get momentum early, playing at home. They want to get the crowd into it. So you get a beautiful drive here to start this thing. You would have liked to cap it off with a touchdown, but listen, you set yourself up for a field goal. You knock it through the uprights. You've got the lead. Everything right now looking good.
And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. The Wolverines offense will take the field for the first time. And it was a collection of highlight reel plays time after time last week. He'd love to do that again, David.
Oh, there's no doubt. He showed you he's capable. He showed you the big play ability, and he can make those big plays for this offense. And I think the offense is going to continue to look for him. Like, he is that guy outside that they can trust. Interesting to see, Jesse, the wrinkles off of the way they used him, and if he's going to continue to be the focal point of this offense.
I think he should continue to be the focal point, but I do think they have to move him around. You've got to show some different looks, some different formations, get him in motion, stack releases, find him some access, because there's no doubt this guy can run routes, he can catch the football, he's dangerous after he has the football. So let's see some added wrinkles in what this offense and how they take the next step based on what he did last time.
They get this sophomore on the ground, but he continues to make plays. The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. He'll do it himself. There he goes. He gets it to the 31-yard line. A big play for this offense.
Man, this defense has to be better. You have to stop the first part of the option, and that is the quarterback. And he gets loose. He gets the first down, another set of downs. They need to figure out this plan and how to stop this quarterback.
And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down. Let's take a minute to talk about Michigan. They've jumped to the top of the conference standings. Now the trick is finding a way to stay there.
Well, and that's your goal to start the season. It's always about the conference.
Makes the grab. They will score. Touchdown, Michigan.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 7-3. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they covered the final 29 yards with that touchdown pass. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. State has the ball back. The Cyclones ready to go on offense. A little bit of feeling each other out. They're down 7-3 as they open this drive. 3 tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. Oh, he's got some space.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you could turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
To the air on 2nd down. They'll run the screen. He breaks the tackle. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed.
Yeah, and you're going to see this offense find different ways to get this running back involved. It's not just going to be on handoffs. They're certainly going to line him up in different places and even throw him the football. The screen game's a big part of it, too. They're trying to get him going now. And, David, on 3rd and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get.
And I know that defensively, too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so successfully.
They'll run it from the gun. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Now the play fake. Looking to the big tight end. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him just like they did that last time, forcing the incompletion.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Makes a connection. And he'll ramble to the 34 before he's finally knocked down. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Quarterback on the keeper. Powers through the defender. Oh, the offense lucky to fall on that loose football. We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. And we've come to the end of one. And let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats. and we are ready to get back to it and open the second period. When that ball was on the ground, the offense recovered its own fumble. Second down, he'll throw it. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Oh, the fumble and the defense got it. All by himself down the middle. Touchdown, Wolverines. The defense putting points on the board.
And I love the way they break on the football, swarm to the football. This is why you do it, because sometimes the ball comes out, the linebacker picks it up, and tell you what, the big fella shows some speed, takes it all the way back for 6.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it 14-3. The scoop and score. What a lift it can give to the defense. Not content to get the ball. They wanted to do something with it, and they did. Not going to get a return here. They'll bring it out to the 25 as the kickoff sails to the back of the end zone. Iowa State sending the offense back out. There's a little more urgency attached to this drive. They've only been able to put up a field goal and start this one down 14-3. He stopped dead in his tracks again. No running room to be found. They keep trying and have had very little success. Off play action. He lobs one high down the left side. Pulls in the deep ball. It's the crease. Touchdown, Iowa State. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Why so many teams go play action. They try to freeze guys in the back end, work on their eye discipline, get them to bite a little bit. Nice job on the play fake. Nice job bombs away, put air underneath it, and making the big touchdown pass.
And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. Back and forth we go on these last couple of drives, David. Everybody moving the ball.
Man, these offenses are in a rhythm. Everything they're doing right now is working. A lot of scoring. This puts a lot more pressure on your offense probably when you walk on the field.
And at this point, too, David, which defense can break serve, right? Who can get a stop? That's what it feels like is going to be the determining factor in this game.
And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a first down. And the Wolverines want to crank the tempo.
Well, the defense did a pretty good job that time on the option play of having someone dedicating themselves to the quarterback to get him.
Breaks into the open. Oh, my goodness, he's still moving. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground.
The defense has got to do a better job with assignment football. Somebody has to be accounting for the quarterback on these run plays. You know you're going to see it. You've seen it on film. The option play, nobody home. He just takes off. That's an easy first down pickup for the offense. Moving forward now, the defense, they've got to settle in, and they've got to start playing better when it comes to assignment football.
He'll keep it himself. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. The Wolverines come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. On 3rd and short, they keep it on the ground here. He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down. And they're running out the kicker to give it a try. This kicker bragged that he can kick an 80-yard field goal. He'll settle for a 59-yarder here. Is good from 59. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
ACC action, fellas, and all week there's been intrigue about this one. Pittsburgh is currently trailing, but this has been a back-and-forth affair. If that quarterback can find a little magic a la Dan Marino, this might not be over just yet. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to Boston College. Never know what's going to happen in the ACC, and we'll circle back if anything develops. Fellas?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. From the shotgun, they'll run it. Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Back to pass. Can't quite make the connection there. Might have let him a little too much.
Just got to finish the play for the wide receiver. You got to look that one in and complete it. It's a bad drop.
They'll snap it from the gun on 3rd down. Just a hair too much on it from this big-arm sophomore quarterback.
And I'm kind of surprised by this performance, man. The QB last week, you could tell, dude, he was in rhythm. He was good timing. You could tell the chemistry with the receivers were good. And today, everything just looks off. And it looks hard. It looks difficult. They got to find a way to get back in the rhythm they were in last week.
Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. So here comes the Michigan offense. From the gun, they'll try the middle. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6. Hand off from the shotgun. Got enough for the first. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires to the wideout. On target to the left. They'll mark him down right there, but it is a big play, and they'll move the chains. And the Wolverines are in the hurry-up. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. From the 22 on 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Unloads to the wideout. And the defense forced that incompletion with the deflection.
You know, these linebackers have to be so good in zone coverage of reading the quarterback's eyes to get to the ball. You saw that linebacker do it.
Wants to throw. It's Underwood. Throws to the wideout. And they won't make the connection going for the big play.
And as an offense, you want to stay aggressive. You want to keep calling these downfield shots. I know you didn't complete that one, but you want to send a clear message. You're trying to take the top off this defense. You keep calling downfield shots. You soften up the coverage. You get those safeties playing deep. That's going to open up your running.
Intercepted. Big play. Stops the drive. Got some room to run. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
Well, it's 3rd and long. They're trying to throw beyond the sticks to get the first down. What a great job by the defender that time. Breaking on the ball, snagging it out of the air, and securing that interception.
They'll go to the ground. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to fire. Makes the grab. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
Nice job by the receiver on the in route there. And how about the speed? After he made his break, he was able to actually separate a little bit from the DB, helping out his QB on that one.
They're going to go to the air on 3rd and short. Got his man downfield. And he'll go down, but not before the big pickup and the first down. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and they've got a chance to lock this thing up before the break. And the Cyclones have it with a 1st and 10. Handoff to the lone back. Oh, it's a fumble. The offense somehow fell on it, and they'll retain possession. I don't know if it was luck or aggression or just a fortuitous bounce, but at least they've got the ball back.
One thing I do know, Reese, this run...
Touchdown, Cyclones! They get it into the end zone to pay off that opportunity.
I was so excited for this game because I just knew it was going to be a back-and-forth battle, and that's what we've seen here. Great job by the quarterback. Good decision, reading the coverage, accurate throw. They get the extra point. This thing is all knotted up.
They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. That ball scoots through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Back to pass, it's Underwood. Pocket breaking down. And the quarterback goes down. There is a penalty flag on the field, but I think the defense might have the option just to take this play. So the penalty will not be enforced. The defense declines and stands on the result of the play. The Wolverines now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Lost to fire on second down. Finds a man on the right. Slips one guy, now he's loose. Flying down the right side. Touchdown, Michigan. He got loose, and it was lights out after that.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. This offense prides itself on going after you, and they did with that long touchdown pass to finish off a 2-play drive. No shot to return that one as he boomed it out of the back of the end zone. Plenty of time to work. Not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. He'll pull it on the read. It's a fumble on the play. And the defense jumps on it. They get that turnover.
As a defender, you dream about those big hits. You work hard on it in practice, closing space, getting close, and just sticking that guy and causing the fumble. Productive play this time on second and long. To the air, it's Underwood. Soft spot in the middle. And he's brought down after a nice gain. And the Wolverines want to pick up the tempo. Looking to throw on first down. Got his man down the middle. That completion has them right on the doorstep. They'll mark it at the 1. This offense is about to face the one thing that can stop it. Time expiring in the first half. Before then, they can get another score. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones. D linemen staying in their gaps. Linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. On second and goal, he carries again. Touchdown, Wolverine! He shed tackles like a snake getting rid of his skin.
Man, that's the way you execute on offense, man. You keep your foot on the gas. Try to make this a 2-score game. You do with that touchdown. This offense executing beautifully. The defense is going to have to find something in the second half to get some stops.
He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Not going to give him a chance to make a play as they boot that thing through the end zone. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. They'll try the run. Now after that run, they're in pretty good shape at the 30-yard line. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Wants to go up top. Throws to the tight end. It's caught. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Just enough time for one final play in this half. Wants to go up top on first down. He'll off one deep down the left side. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. And he'll be brought down, and that's how we'll end the first half. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, looks like the magic from Hilton Coliseum has rubbed off on both teams there so far in Ames. And this has just been a passing clinic, really, by both offenses. They've effectively stretched these defenses, forcing the secondaries to cover every blade of grass, and they've still racked up big plays. Man or zone, pick your poison, or lay some blame at the feet of those pass rushers who can't do anything against the maulers on that offensive line. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at Jack Trice Stadium.
All right, Kevin, about ready to get things cranked back up here. The Cyclones will kick it away to start the second half. No reason to risk trying to field that one as it skips through the end zone. It'll be a touchback. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. They open this third quarter on top, and they built the lead on the strength of that running game.
And they made a huge statement, too, just proving to the other team that they're more...
Turning it on! He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
This is going to be a big key for him, David, with the lead here in the second half, running the football, right? Staying on the field and bleeding the clock.
Run the football, you're ahead, you can be a little bit more conservative. But again, this opens up the pass. This keeps everything in balance for this offense.
Plenty of work to do here on second and long. He'll do it himself. Really good pickup on second down there. Leaves it with 3rd and 2. The Wolverines want to move quickly. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. You're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical. They're trying to stay on the field.
So now it's second and long.
Well, obviously a really nice play by the defense there stopping the option, but I think that's on the quarterback because it looked like his pitch option was wide open. That ball should have gone to the running back out on...
And the ball is free on the pitch. The 35 has got more. Touchdown, Iowa State. And they turn it into a defensive score.
And that's just the guy you want to find that football. The ball's loose. Who do you want to get it? One of your little fast guys. The defensive back picks it up and turns on the afterburners, takes it all the way back for the touchdown.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point draws them closer. It's 31-24. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the Big Ten. UCLA is in the unusual position of having to come from behind right now, but there's not a soul who doesn't believe they can't pull this off. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to Purdue. We'll let you know if anything else comes out of Big Ten country from this one, guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. They'll snap it from the 36. They've got a first down.
This is an offense that can move the sticks in a whole lot of different ways. Now you're seeing it on the option here. Great job by the quarterback. Reading the defense, there's nobody there taking him, so he puts his foot in the ground.
He smashes his way through again. And he gets a big chunk of yardage to the 34-yard line. We talk a lot about Michigan building its offense around the running game, but they've always had an effective quarterback who can make plays down the field.
And I think some people hear effective, Reese, and take that as an insult, right? Like, I don't want to hear about my quarterback being effective. I want him to be explosive. I want him to be dynamic. But Michigan doesn't really have those guys most of the time at that quarterback spot. But when they find those good ones, they have great seasons.
And the Wolverines will line it up on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Makes the catch. He gets it in. Touchdown, Michigan. That's his 3rd touchdown pass of the day. The defense has no clue how to respond right now.
No, and the defense has had absolutely no answer. He's been on the money. He's been on fire, making the right decisions and just carving this defense up.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is good. They put together a 5-play, 75-yard drive. And they finish it up with a 15-yard scoring toss. No chance to return that one. A booming kickoff out of the back of the end zone. It's a touchback. Iowa State has the ball back. The Cyclones ready to go on offense. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden you're deep.
There he goes! And he'll have enough for the first down at the 42. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
He's been a matchup problem all season long. Defenses just don't know how to solve the puzzle. And with that last catch, over 500 yards.
He just found it poorly, and it's a fumble. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
Man, and it was just the impact of the hit that dislodged the football from the ball carrier. There was a heat-seeking missile coming in there, and he knocked that thing loose.
And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Quarterback on the keeper. Knocked down behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard. The Wolverines headed quickly to the line.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time. Offensively, the defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Complete downfield. Inside the 20-yard line. Pushed out at the 18, and they're in business. And the Wolverines are moving quickly down the field. Off the play fake on first down. Incomplete and very lucky that one wasn't picked off. And man, can they have used that? It'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. To the ground with the back. Shakes off the defender. They get him on the ground, but not before he drives it to the 10-yard line. Well, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a first and goal. They'll try to run for it. Gets it inside the 5, and now it'll be first and goal from the 4.
That's a big key for this offense. Now, you've got the lead here in the second half. You want to run the football, and you've got to just keep getting positive yards. You've got to keep the third downs manageable so you can stay on the field, bleed the clock. That's going to be the key for this offense and their team winning the game.
And he finds no running room at all, and the third quarter is over. Maybe more open spaces coming in the fourth. We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. One more quarter to play, and it might be unlikely, but hey, it's college football. Comebacks happen. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. Tries again to get it in. Going right back to the well, and this time he finds water. Gets it into the end zone for the touchdown. They are finishing the deal, building the lead here in the fourth, and they are going to go to 7-0.
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the fourth.
Michigan, 45, Iowa State, 24.
Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Iowa State sending the offense back out. As it turns out, the fumble on that last drive set up the touchdown, David.
There's no bigger stat in football than turnovers. You turn the football over, they turn it into points. Jesse, that is not a recipe for success.
Good news, though, they get another chance, right? They can make amends with this drive right here. That's all that's important. You've got to execute, you've got to lock in.
And this is a tough spot for the QB, man. Like, he knows he's down big and has to make big plays down the field, but also got to be smart, because this defense, you can tell, bringing in extra bodies, playing the pass, maybe take the dink and dunk, let your guys make some plays, because they're definitely playing the deep ball.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the fourth quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion on the last one.
Oh, they're after him. Bounced right back to them.
Well, ball security doesn't just apply to running backs and receivers. QB's got to keep 2 hands on the ball as well. And they're very lucky after that fumble that the offense jumped on.
And the Cyclones will call on their punt team. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. He just wanted to get it out of there from his end zone. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game. Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute it.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Leaves it with the running back.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get it done.
Give to the running back. Gets it past the marker. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down.
And the defense down in this game, they just can't do anything to stop this offense at this point, David. Right now, they know they're going to be trying to run the football and try and ice the game, but there's nothing at this point it seems they can do.
Yeah, and it's frustrating. I got to sell out, man. I got to bring as many guys to the line of scrimmage as I can. I got to find a way to get this ball back to my offense. The clock is not my friend, and then running the football is only going to run this thing out quicker. I got to find a way to make something happen. Strip the football, do something.
The Wolverines in a good spot here with 2nd and short. They'll keep it on the ground. Runs through a tackle. The freshman brought down after a really nice run there.
This running back loves running into the teeth of the defense. In between the tackles, he keeps a low pad level, and he's got some speed.
And the Wolverines have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Touchdown, Wolverines! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They extend this 4th quarter lead, and now they are staring at a 7-game winning streak. 1-step wrap, 2-step squeeze, see what you hit what you see, bring your feet. Yeah, none of that happened.
Yeah, those are all great things to keep in mind, but you're also trying to tackle another grown man against his will and get him on the ground. And by the way, he wasn't having it.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. If you can do that, I don't know why you don't do it every time. Reduce the risk. Banged it out of the back of the end zone, they'll put it in play at the 25. To the running back from the shotgun. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Back to pass. Snagged in the middle. It's Malone. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down.
Man, it's so important when you play QB. I got to know when to put some air on it, and I got to know when to rocket that thing in there. Work in the middle of the field. He knew he needed the rocket. Threw it in there. Great job, great catch.
Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a first down. The Cyclones come to the line with a new set of downs. He'll keep it himself. Oh, he's got some space. Oh, the offense looks as if they fell on the fumble, and they'll keep the ball.
Man, those are so frustrating when you're a defense and you swarm to the football and you stick the quarterback and you make him cough it up just to have the other team recover it again, and you don't get it. Still a good stick, still a good physical play. Keep hitting that quarterback.
Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down. 2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. Here we go. Looking to fire. Makes the grab. Inside the 40-yard line and out of bounds at the 39.
We just have not called this guy's name enough. He's one of the best receivers in all of college football, and that was only his 2nd catch. I think that's a big reason why they're trailing this much in this game so late. They just have not been able to get one of their biggest weapons involved as often as they needed to.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Wants to go up top. It's incomplete, and this sophomore quarterback usually makes that throw every time.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together, run defense, pass defense, they've been so good, man. Dialed in, you could tell. They were ready, they were fast, they were physical. They dominated this football game.
Can't make the grab. Quarterback just missed him a little bit.
And it's going to be difficult for this offense, man. Just where are they going to find the plays? You can tell the defense sitting back. They're playing nickel. They're playing dime. So you need some receivers to step up, make some yards after the catch, some contested plays. This offense has got to do something, and they got to do it quick.
Quickly to the tight end. He will not pick up the first down. The desperation play, and that one might have sealed their fate.
Offense is stopped. Will be extended on down.
They'll run it to keep the clock moving. And he was able to run through one tackle, but still only a modest gain.
I tell you what, it's really nice at this point in the game if you can lean on your run game. When you have the lead, you've got the football late in the game, you can chew that clock and start to really make that defense have a little bit of pain.
They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
We're at the midway point of the season, and after the showing they delivered today, this team is firing on all cylinders through Week 7.
We've been talking a lot about this team, but you want to be remembered in the month of November. The most important part and the meat of this schedule now is coming up. You play well throughout the second half of the year, we're talking college football playoff potential.
Yeah, but you got to start somewhere, right? And I like that they started strong, made it to Week 7 now. Yes, the rivalries are coming up, and more important games are coming up. But you did what you needed to do to start the season. Now just keep that mindset and keep grinding.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football. Missouri ready to kick off to get us underway. And the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. So the Michigan Wolverines offense will go to work first. And last week, you want to talk about a guy using every tool in the bag from the running back position. David, this guy did it.
He was a monster, man. I think when you turned on the tape this week, you saw it, man. So many different ways he can hurt you, and he can be a focal point of this offense. The defense, they know well and good of what happened last week. And their first objective this week, Palmer, is to stop that dude.
Yeah, they know the entire offense goes through him. All week long, they've been stressing tackling, staying in your gaps, waiting at the point of attack, getting as many hats to the football as humanly possible, because you can't shut this guy down. You can only hope to contain him, but what a challenge this defense faces today.
Getting off the defender. Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. The Wolverines in the hurry-up.
I love this guy because he brings a physicality to this Michigan offense. Bo Schembechler would have loved this guy. He would have loved to jog a few extra tight ends on the field, get the QB under center, student body right, and give this guy the football. He would have fit in perfectly with his running style. Man, he's hard to bring down.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. And the Wolverines come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. They'll pull it on the read. Hard running there. Just what they hoped for on 3rd down as they've got a first at the 32. This drive has been exclusively on the ground. Could they be setting up a shot play? He'll do it himself. Breaks into the open. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Michigan.
And this defense really wanted to come out and set the tone and be physical, but the offense did that. They took control. They owned the line of scrimmage. They create the big explosive run on the first drive to really set the tone in this football game.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. That is an efficient drive. 7 plays, 75 yards. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. And he finished things off with a 32-yard run to the house. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. This will not be returnable as it sails out of the back of the end zone. So Missouri's offense will go to work for the first time today. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know, having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads. He showed off his arm talent. He had this offense moving up and down the field and finding the end zone.
Ball is loose. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes.
You know, oftentimes when you're playing in conditions like this and it's raining, you'll see a lot of the skill players offensively take off the gloves because they want to be able to feel the football. They think it gives them better control of it. And I don't know if that played into the football going on the ground there, but
Continues to fight for yards. They get him stopped, but the big gain has them on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13. Quarterback on the keeper. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4. The Wolverines with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. The play action fake. Got it. So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense.
Well, and a nice job working the middle of the field. I think it's so important to keep defenses honest, and you can't just dink and dunk outside. You got to work the middle. Great job finding this wide receiver of the middle of the field.
And the Wolverines have it with a 1st and goal. Give to the fullback. And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Wolverines.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go downfield. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defense all year long.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he did make that extra point. No issue with the treacherous footing. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. No shot at a return. It's out of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Mizzou has it back in the offense coming out on the field. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. It's a fumble! Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
And this defense forces another fumble. And Johnny on the spot. He had one last week. He's got one this week. He just has a nose for finding the football.
Great place to start for this offense. Here comes the option. He'll toss it. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. The Wolverines racing to the line in the hurry-up.
And that just looked off. The timing, the rhythm, I don't know what it was, but usually that option, man, it's so...
Tying it off! Picks up the 1st down, still moving. They get this sophomore on the ground, but he continues to make plays. Now on the option. He'll toss it. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Now the toss. How about that play behind the line as they lose 5? It'll be 3rd and long. Back to pass, it's Underwood. Good timing on the quick out. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the 1st down.
I think that's an example there on the out route. Receiver just has to know where the 1st down marker is. You got to stretch the depth of your route a little bit longer to make sure that once you catch it, you go out of bounds. You've already picked up the 1st. He wasn't able to do that, and now it sets up 4th and short.
They make the tackle just outside the end zone, but it'll be 1st and goal from the line. And the Wolverines are rolling down the field. Get ready. Set. Run it with the fullback. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Michigan. They are seizing control and taking away home as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown.
This offense is looking ridiculous. 3 touchdowns now in the 1st quarter, doing whatever they want at will. I don't know if you're panicking, Palmer, but I mean, they got to put something together on the other side of the field, or else this one's going to get ugly fat.
One thing I know, David, is the defensive staff, after having the ball just run down their throat and thrown off over their heads, they need to make some adjustments earlier than they probably anticipated, because right now they have no answers for this offense.
And he had it for a second, but it just dribbled out of his hands. 4 wideouts set, 2 on either side on 2nd and 10. Trying play action. Fires to the wideout. Complete to the left. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. A productive play is one that gets you at least halfway to another 1st down here on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. And the DB right with him to knock it away.
And this defense, we know, they present a lot of challenges. You can see it right there, man. They shrink windows fast. They're a top 25 defense for a reason. You really better make sure you're dialed in today, or else they can make you pay in a hurry.
On 2nd and 10, he full wide out set, trips right. He wants to throw it again. He's not afraid to go deep. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. He's brought down. A short return, but the defense comes out on top with a pick.
And this offense just can't get out of their own way. 3 possessions, 3 turnovers. Jesse, you have to take better care of the football. They're turning this thing over like they're a non-profit.
Yeah, this thing goes back to football 101. 5 points of pressure. Everybody who touches the football. Forget about X's and O's in schemes and personnel groupings. You just have to do the fundamental things correctly, and it is killing them in this game.
Really good job by this defense, understanding responsibility football, playing the first option, playing the second option. There was absolutely nowhere to go. Nice job being...
There he goes! What a nifty one there to pick up the first down. The Wolverines will hustle to the line.
Well, this is one of the fastest quarterbacks in college football, and that's why the option's a good idea, because if he can get out in space and he has a chance to get downfield, he is really difficult to tackle, and he's very difficult to catch, as you saw in that last play, getting a first down.
Those corner routes are really, really good versus cover 2. You know, the corner's playing zone coverage, and that receiver can push up the field and really break out between the safety and the corner, and had a lot of success on that one.
He'll keep it himself. Still running it. They've got the defense reeling right now with that big play to the 29. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Off the play fake on first down to throw. And that pass incomplete. The defense got a hand on it.
Great job on the back end in coverage. DB staying in the hip pocket of the target and was able to swat that ball away.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. They'll run play action. Slings it downfield. They needed a big play, and they got it. And the foot down for the first down. They've got a first down here to open the period. We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. They came out and jumped on them early in the first. Let's take a break and look at the first quarter stats. Challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the second. And the Wolverines started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. Wrestled to the ground, but he's inside the 10 and down to the 9. 2nd down coming up with this red zone opportunity. Now the play fake. Going for 6. Touchdown, Wolverines. Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
Well, this thing's turning into a route. It's turning into a route quickly. Really nice job by the offense there, but it's not just them. Their defense is getting it done. Their special teams are getting it done, and it just feels like they're really feeding off of this home crowd and their energy. This has been the definition of home field advantage in this football game.
No chance for a return as that ball flies out of the back of the end zone. Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. It's a good thing to be charitable, Jesse, but I think the last couple of drives might be overdoing it a bit.
I agree, and I think at this point, David, the quarterback here, he's got to be a CEO, and he's got to really get his guys settled down. A couple turnovers in a row now. They've got to find a rhythm.
A CEO, a.k.a. don't screw it up, young man. That's what it sounds like on the sidelines with the coaches. We gotta stop turning the football over.
Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. He'll pull it on the read. That's a fumble. Recovered by the defense, and he's off.
Man, when you're on defense and it's wet, it's rainy, you know exactly what time it is. That ball gets a little heavier, gets a little slicker. You're trying to get to that thing. You know you get your hand on it. It's a good chances coming out. Nice job on the defense, forcing it with the assist from the weapon.
Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. They reeled off a long touchdown drive the last time they had it. Much better field position this time around. Guys, let's chat about Michigan. We're at the halfway point of the season. They're sitting atop the rankings. How hard is it to maintain that focus as the season goes along?
It's really tough, and that's one thing this coaching staff's really been trying to focus on is just to take one opponent at a time, regardless of where they're ranked, regardless of where you're playing. You've got everybody's attention. You're the #1 team of the country midway through the year, David, but there are tougher challenges ahead.
Well, and it's hard to get your players' attention because you start thinking you're good. We've got to get better every week, every practice, and sometimes that #1 ranking makes you not work as hard, gets you a little bit complacent, so that's the job of this coaching staff moving forward.
And it is a good idea to gang tackle. First guy couldn't get him, second guy finally did. The Wolverines are flying down the field. He'll do it himself. Goes for the tackle. Getting work done on the ground. He's pulled down at the 14-yard line.
And you're seeing his dynamic ability to run the football that time on the option play. I know he doesn't pick up the first down, but that's still a good chunk of yardage, and the defense wasn't ready for it. Moving forward, expect the offense to go back to the option play again and see if someone will finally take the quarterback and force him to pitch it.
Brought down, but not before he bowled his way inside the 10 to the 8.
And I love that decision by this quarterback. No monkeying around, man. Get to the spot, get the first down, lower your shoulder. I don't need a big play. I just want another set of downs. Nice job running the option, knowing where the first down is.
He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in.
As an offense, you're okay with that. You're going to run option plays, and sometimes you're going to bust it big, but sometimes you don't necessarily read it correctly, get some positive yards, and then we come back and we do it all over again with different reads against the different defense.
Now the pitch. Touchdown, Michigan! Excellent pass by the back on the option.
I think it's easy to say, run the option, run the option. Well, you've got to be able to see it quickly and make quick decisions. Nice job by the QB, getting the ball to his playmaker. He catches it, he can do the rest, and takes it to the house for 6.
Oh, how could that happen? He misses the extra point. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the ACC. Pittsburgh is down right now, but this young man under center has shown some moxie today. He could see a legend born in the Steel City. They're trailing by 11 to Virginia. It wouldn't be the ACC if there weren't this kind of storyline, guys, and we promise to keep you posted.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final.
All right, if you're a quarterback in that situation, you know there's nowhere to go, so just
cut your losses.
You're right, absolutely. Slide, don't take the extra punishment. You just give up on the play.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Not quite in rhythm there, incomplete. We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Gets the back moving. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Got it in the middle. It's Shelton. And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the first down. Looking to throw on first down. Got it in the middle. It's Shelton. Nice pick up there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line. 221 wing. DB's right up on the receivers. Wants to keep it in the air. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting to throw going his way, and they put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
And he drops it just a little too slippery in the hands. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And he's
no running backs in the backfield with you, you got to be able to get rid of the football. And you're expecting pressure, the clock's going to go off in your head. Not a good job of keeping your two hands on the football, and the defense able to knock it loose.
They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Back to throw, it's Underwood. Caught over the middle, it's Hansen. Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there. And the Wolverines come to the line in the hurry-up. They're looking to throw on second and short. He's got it. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
This tight end is such a weapon because he can line up all over the field. That time he starts in the slot, he's running the corner route against zone coverage, and he's just got athleticism and wiggle and the ability to separate and make big plays. It's so nice to have a target like him.
Man, they could have flipped that field in a hurry, right? They've given up some yards. They're sitting in their own red zone. A chance to make a big play. Yeah, he could have made that interception and could have flipped this field.
Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete.
Well, no question where this quarterback is going to be trying to go with the football in this game, right? He's looking for his big play wide out, and the defense knows it. They had him double covered that time.
It'll be third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the tight end. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Wolverine.
And with that score, this thing is getting ugly. This offense has had their way, and not only have they had their way, now they finished the half like you're supposed to, scoring the football, building on their lead. This defense is going to have to go into half and find some answers.
Ready to try the point after. And the extra point just tacks a little bit more onto this huge lead. A very efficient five-way scoring drive. Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. Back in motion, trying to clear the picture. Looking downfield on first down. He'll try to do it himself. Scoops it up, still a live ball.
Woo. Deep breath, right? Man, you fumble that thing, you cough it up, you're like, oh, I really appreciate you, brother. I can't tell you how much I thank you because the coaches would have been all over me, but big-time break for the offense.
That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, looks like we've had a compelling start to things there in Ann Arbor. And talk about a first half for the dude in that backfield. That coaching staff has been giving rave reviews on a weekly basis. And through two quarters today, he's been a complete game changer. He's breaking the will of this defense, and that's something that's just very tough to quantify. With that said, let's send it back to the fellas in the booth at Michigan Stadium.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. The Wolverines will line up to kick off and start the second half. Just unloaded on that kickoff. Don't have to worry about a return on a kick like that. They'll bring it out to the 25. Mizzou has it back in the offense coming out on the field. Nothing went right in that first half, in the first order of business here. Try not to be embarrassed any further.
But the comeback is possible. Remember 2006, Michigan State down 35 to Northwestern at halftime? They somehow came back and won the game. But it all starts on one play, and that has to happen here on this first drive of the offense.
Yeah, the first possession, because your possessions, you're only going to get so many possessions.
Oh, he's got some space. He'll go out of bounds inside the 40. They'll mark it at the 39. And the Tigers come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. Got it behind the line. It's Terry. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Well, will they dial up on second and a long way to go?
Well, that receiver's looking at his teammates like, guys, what's up? You're not going to block for me on the screen? Seriously? I just lost yards on a screen play. How does that happen?
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Nice job recognizing the route defensively there. As soon as that ball was thrown, that defender knew exactly who it was going to, and he was able to make the tackle at the perfect time. No gain on that one.
And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play.
Man, those are backbreakers. Defensively, you get so excited. You force the ball while getting a turnover. And the offense wins.
Missouri will have to send out a punt team. First time today we've seen a punter go to work. Gets his first one of the day off. He was called on 4 times in last week's win. They'll get him down at the 21-yard line. The coverage team able to stop him right there. So here comes the Michigan offense. One running back in the backfield, and he has it. Followed that blocking and got 5 out to the 26. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Quarterback on the keeper. Pass the sticks, and he may get more. Russell. The 32 after a pickup of 5.
There's an example of the offense taking advantage of all the attention the defense is giving this outstanding running back. Remember, he's one of the best in the game. They're expecting him to get the football. So the quarterback says, you know what? I'll just keep it. No one's keying on me. I'm going to get upfield and find an explosive play.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Off play action. Unloads to the wideout. He got his hands on it, but couldn't hold on to it. What a time that would have been for their first pick of the game. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Complete in the middle. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45. And the Wolverines have their offense in high gear. The give to the back. Can't get him to the ground.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. The Wolverines kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Nice job by this defense creating that negative play. That's what all defenses want to do. But look at this. This offense ain't scared. Right back on the ball, ready to run another play, ready to make this defense work.
Ball's at the 26. It's 3rd and short, and they'd love to pick up the first down and avoid settling for the field goal. From the gun, wants to pass. Gets it out fast. Just across the 20 with a first down at the 19. And on that 3rd and short, I don't think he was unhappy to see that zone.
Nope, it was a great job by the offense. Hey, see where the holes in the zone are? Sit down. You only need a little bit of yards on this 3rd down. Get the conversion. Move the sticks.
We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the 4th. They go back to work in the final period of this one. The give to the back. Breaks into the open. Tough, determined run. Gets it down to the 12.
in situations like this, offensively, when you got the lead in the fourth quarter, when you got to run the ball, you go back to the runs that you have the most confidence in, that you can execute in your sleep, and they do it right there, ripping off 7 yards.
He almost punched it in for 6. They'll get him down at the 1-yard line. And the Wolverines trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Michigan. That one pushes this lead out a little bit more here in the 4th, and now they can smell 8 straight wins.
And honestly, it's been about complementary football in this game, right? We've seen this offense go up and down the field. They've been lighting up the scoreboard, but the defense has done a great job, too, getting off the field and putting their offense in really good position in this game. The head coach has got to love what he's seen on both sides of the ball today.
Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
Wilson to pass. And his first pass is incomplete. It's tough to come in and fire one early. Michigan has long had defenses built on discipline, carrying out their assignment, and they have done that to perfection today.
Carry out your assignment, do what you're supposed to do, but do it with bad intentions. That's what I like. I like the physicality. They want to hit you in the mouth year after year. Michigan players leave and they go to the NFL. The next group, discipline, tough, physical. It's always staples of these defenses.
The kick is on its way. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Might as well stick with him. He goes down at the 47 after a 5-yard pickup.
You know what? Everybody gets energized on the whole football team. You got running backs that fight for extra yards and breaks tackles. It's awesome to watch. Everybody literally gets a little jolt of energy because that guy continues to fight for everything he gets.
From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. Turning it on! Themselves just a little more cushion as they close in on extending this winning run.
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point was good to finish things off. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, you can make a case this is the game of the week in the SEC. Florida Atlantic is trailing right now, and I know it may look bleak, but this team needs to regroup, remind itself it's at home, and remember just how quickly things can change. They're trailing by just 4 to Louisiana Tech. Just another week of SEC football where we've come to expect the unexpected.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. The Tigers with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. The inside handoff. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Ball sitting right at the 30. It'll be 3rd and short. Wilson will throw. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. A full dive to haul that one in.
This has been a frustrating day. I mean, this They haven't moved the ball consistently, and now you get a play, but they haven't put 2 and 3 and 4 plays together, and that's why they're trailing in this football game. So maybe they can find some kind of a rhythm here late.
There he goes. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down. The Tigers are moving quickly down the field. He'll keep it himself. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line.
Well, the QB decided to keep it on that one. And listen, if you had his athleticism, you'd want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays. But he's just going to have to do a good job of understanding when to hand it off, when to pitch it, and try to keep this defense on their heels and read his keys.
And he takes it in the end zone for a touchdown and a little window dressing here at the end of the game.
And this has been a rough day for this offense, and finally, some good things to happen. Build some momentum maybe for the future. You know, that's the way the coaches spin it when you're getting beat up and you're getting destroyed. Like, let's find something for the future. Let's keep fighting. Let's keep working. This team's done that, put some points on the board, so it's not all bad.
He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. Firmly in control of this game. We'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out with a victory.
Everybody on offense here should feel really good about their performance today too, David. They had a really good game plan coming into this one, and they went out and they executed at a very high level.
Yeah, lights out, and this game's over. I'm interested to see the philosophy now. Do we keep chucking the pill and to keep trying to score points? Because it's the defense's responsibility to stop them, or do they just run this clock and say, all right, we did enough today. We kicked them in the face.
He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
Man, this offense would really like to lean on this guy in the fourth quarter, right? They've got the lead, and you just saw his ability there, breaking a tackle. He looks like he's getting stronger as the game goes on. I'd expect him to get a few more carries here before this game's over.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Well, this guy's been an animal all game long. He's had tons of success running the football. The defense had to do something to stop him. Give the D-line and that front seven tons of credit for being really physical there, getting the TFL.
When you have the better team, go out and show it. Don't fool around with them. Go out and play to a standard of excellence.
Just dominate. You know you're going to take care of business. You know you're going to win. It's like how many? How many can I win by? And I like that you keep your foot on the gas and just continue to pile it on. It's their job to stop you.